Hey friends, I'm Megan.
And I'm Jessie.
Jessie, how was the park yesterday? Did you go down the tall slide?
I did. Guess who else went down the tall slide?
Who?
My baby sister.
Wow, really?
Yes, she is really little, but she was not afraid at all. My little brother and I tried to make sure she didn't get hurt, but she didn't even need us.
That's awesome, Jessie. In today's Bible story, David defeated the giant Goliath. David was small and young. He didn't look like someone who could beat a giant, but God helped him. Listen to the story. Saul was the king of Israel, but he did not obey God. So God chose a new king for Israel. God told Samuel to visit a man in Bethlehem. The man's name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. God said that one of Jesse's sons would be the new king. Jesse's oldest son was tall and handsome. When Samuel saw him, he thought, "This must be the one God chose to be king." "He's not the one," God told Samuel. "Do not pay attention to what he looks like. You look at what you can see on the outside, but I see the heart." One by one, Samuel met Jesse's sons, but God had not chosen any of them. "Do you have any more sons?" Samuel asked. "Yes," Jesse said. "My youngest son, David, is in the field taking care of the sheep." Jesse sent for David. When David arrived, God told Samuel, "He is the one." Samuel anointed David. He poured oil on David's head to show that God had chosen David to be the next king. Then Samuel went home. Sometime later, King Saul's army was getting ready to fight the Philistines. The Philistines had a great warrior named Goliath. Goliath was very tall. None of the Israelites wanted to fight Goliath. They were afraid of him. One day, David brought food to the battlefield. 3 of his brothers were in Israel's army. David saw that everyone was too afraid to fight Goliath. David said, "I will fight him." David had protected his sheep from lions and bears. He trusted God to keep him safe. So David picked up 5 stones from a nearby stream and went to Goliath with just the stones and a slingshot. Goliath made fun of David because he was just a boy. "You come to fight with a spear and sword," David said, "but I come to fight in the name of God. God always wins his battles." David ran toward Goliath. He slung a rock at Goliath, and the rock hit Goliath in the forehead. Goliath fell face down, and David killed him. The Israelites won the battle, and the Philistines ran away. David did not look like a king or someone who could beat a giant, but David trusted God, and God helped David win the battle for his people. Jesus did not look like someone who could save people either. But when Jesus died and came back to life, he showed his power over sin and death and won our victory.